That was legit.
I accept your challenge. No.
He looked at your list before the show.
It's funny. Me and Amy were listening to so much, and I'm like, oh, I got to use this, got to use this, got to use this. And then there's a bunch of ones that weren't the radio songs and that. But it's like, for me, like you kept listening to these songs, especially from like 10 or from some of them. And it's like, man, I don't know if it put me in 93, 94, but it put me in 96 through 98, 99. If we've talked about that, those were the prime years for Coach. Those were great years. There was a lot of bad stuff that happens, but I don't remember it because there was so much good stuff that happened. Those might have been some of the worst years of my life. I don't know, because there's good stuff that outweighed it. It doesn't matter.
Having so much fun, I couldn't care.
The trauma was beaten out by the victory and just whatever. So,
the glory days.
I'm gonna start where Santia left off with 2024's Dark Matter, and I'm just gonna go with Dark Matter. I like this Led Zeppelin, Greta Van Fleet, I don't know what you want to call it, takeoff to it. Had a bunch of different sounds, but it was like a complete, almost to me, if I didn't know that was Pearl Jam, I wouldn't have known that was Pearl Jam to start. Just a little bit different sound, but you definitely have the Eddie Vedder and have their stuff in there. But song, what's that?
They definitely, you couldn't accuse them of sounding the same. You definitely did not.
No, they were all over. I mean, but their albums would kind of maybe have a more feel or a theme to them, I would say, but no album was like another album. That's what I would say. So there were some albums that weren't maybe my jam as much. No Pearl Jam intended. Anyways, that's my number 5. My number 4. This is from Yield from 1998. And this one, I think I'd heard one other time because I have one friend that's a pretty big Pearl Jam fan. But other than that, again, I've just never done enough research. This song freaking like hit me. It's like from what I just said from my number 5, Dark Matter, this is completely the opposite. This is Do the Evolution from Yield 1990. Did I take one?
Number 2.
I heard it.
I'm just glad it made the list. It's been on my list, so it's all good.
It had like that bebop feel. It had like that rock, bebop, grunge. It was like the craziest mix of music, and was freaking awesome. And I know I've heard. Maybe it was you.
For me, it was the video. It was the video. I've used it on something. I don't know, but I
don't remember you using it, but I'm not going to deny that you didn't.
Yeah, I definitely did. But Seth MacFarlane, the guy who drew Spawn, he animated the video, and it got banned on MTV. And so, this was what 96. So I had internet then and YouTube, so I could watch it.
98.
Yield, yes, 98. So yeah, the video was freaking amazing. I love the video. I've got a project that if I ever get enough steam on it, that I want that to be the theme song for.
Sweet. I wasn't allowed to watch MTV.
Yeah, we talked about that before. Were you allowed to watch VH1?
Not really. Wait, this is 1998.
Yeah,
I was 17.
I don't know. Anyways.
Yeah. I was kind of like I could watch the summer stuff.
Okay. Well, hanging with the Weasel.
Yeah. Like Spring Break, and then freaking what was it? Total Request Live.
My number 3, I bumped my own song for this one because I kind of listened to it again right before the show, and I'm afraid this is kind of a Josh song. So if I take another one, I'm sorry, but this is from 2002 Riot Act, and this is I Am Mine. Okay. It's kind of it's a pretty cool song. But I'd heard it, again, I think, years ago, and then you listen to it now, you don't hear it, and it's a good song. So that's my number 3.
Sweet.
And that's really about the only song that I can recall off of that album, if I'm 100% honest with you. I know actually there might have been one or two, but it just wasn't a big album. Honestly, if you would have told me that Pearl Jam broke up in 1998, I would have okay. You know, like, I mean, that hurts my feelings. It would hurt my feelings, but I guess I just didn't know a lot of music after 98, I guess is what I just, they were, a ton of their stuff was, and there is stuff that was on the radio, but not a ton of it. So
I didn't know they broke up. I thought they just
they
like
didn't. No, if you would have told me, sorry, they did not. They're still together to this day.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, bad timing. Anyways,
my bad.
My number 2, I have 2 of them. I'm going to go with this number 2, and this is from No Boundaries from 1999, and this is Last Kiss.
Yeah, good one.
And again, it's just something about that song, so different sounding than the other 3 songs I had just went with, but also there's no unmistakable, no way to know it's not Pearl Jam, you know?
Yeah,
so,
that's true.
Yeah,
that's
super
true.
enjoyed that song, and it's kind of a lot of their songs are that grunge kind of down, maybe, I don't know about down, but give you some sad or give you some whatever, and that song doesn't really, even though it is Last Kiss, doesn't really give you that, because I think the music and everything with it.
Well, it was a cover as well. It was an old 50s cover. And but Pearl Jam always seemed to have a little bit of light in their darkness, even their darkness, you know.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think that's what set them apart from the other 3, the big
Chains.
4. Yeah.
Well, that's what I think you said was like, I mean, but you look at it, he probably had the least problems. They've probably put out the most music. They've had the least drug stuff that you hear about and all of that stuff. So that, you know, the other reason why I think they've got along and stayed together.
Except for Eddie being.
I always thought. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just saying, except for Eddie, like climbing up in the rafters and shit.
Yeah, no, I'm saying he had times, but everybody else in the band kept no.
Oh, I'm sorry, guys. Jermaine.
But he kind of always reminded me of like you know, he didn't have a I don't know this for a fact, but the cool kid in high school, at least not the nerdy kid, not the, you know, high school was kind of like a breeze for him, you know, and he just, you know, fell into a band. I mean, I don't know what the story is, but that's the vibe I always got, and that's why I didn't really like him as much then. And then, you know, I mean, I don't get that vibe from him now. He's just you know, wasn't suicidal.
Yeah, he just enjoyed his life.
Yeah.
Like he's happy.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
After hearing Josh say that his favorite album was Vitalogy, and this was another song that I kind of thought about Josh when I did it. I don't think so this song was like not released as a single. It wasn't meant to be a big song. I think this is kind of along the lines of Yellow Ledbetter and some of them, where I don't know if they necessarily agreed on it because they didn't push it. Their people didn't want to push it. Like a lot of their songs, it still became big. This is 1994 Vitalogy, Better Man.
Good song. I love that song.
And that's like, to me, is almost, if that is like 100% quintessential Pearl Jam.
That whole album, there's not one song on there. All the weird ones, the Bugs. I know Bugs has made the list.
Oh,
and that's just so quirky. I'm sitting there listening to it, you know. I remember buying it and then putting it in my headphones and listening to it, and it come to that, and I'm just like,
it's so
what
random.
on earth is going on here?
Yes.
I got Bugs.
Good. I only stole 1. I feel good about it.
Yeah. So that was your 5.
I use 5 songs from 10, to be honest. All the rest of my songs are from 1991 10. So
well, I put one on 10. I didn't have any that were 10, and I replaced it with Evolution. Okay. Evolution was bumped.